Hello and welcome. This is episode 6 of Zone Coverage. Hello and welcome to Zone Coverage. My name is Ben Palmer. And yesterday, the NBA playoffs once again. Very boring. The playoffs have been good so far. This is probably the most boring day. Both big blowouts. Mostly talk about the 76ers, not Portland. 76ers, I did a whole thing on them yesterday. It was a very short podcast yesterday. It was like 8 minutes. I did a very short thing on them yesterday. It was the whole podcast I was just talking about trading Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Let's talk about the Toronto Raptors. Let's talk about the second round matchups. It hasn't been decided yet. Let's just say Denver. We don't know who's going to win Houston and Golden State, but let's just say Denver beats Portland and Toronto beats Philly. We all know that Milwaukee's going to beat Boston. That's pretty basic. Yesterday was super boring. Portland got destroyed. Damian Lillard was the only one playing half decent for Portland yesterday. CJ McCollum played awful. Wasn't a good day for basketball yesterday. Very boring. Second round matchups. If everything goes according to plan, then it's going to be Toronto and Milwaukee versus, I don't know, Houston Golden State's still a decider. I don't know. It'll be super exciting if Golden State loses to Houston. Because, imagine if they lose. Golden State wouldn't even make the Eastern Conference Finals. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. If Houston wins, it'll be a super exciting second round. You don't know who's gonna. This will be like the first time in how many years? Golden State or Cleveland hasn't been in the finals. Obviously, Cleveland was nowhere near making even the playoffs. I don't know who's going to win those series. I really hope Milwaukee wins because they're the opposite of a super team. They've got Giannis. Chris Middleton's their second best player, but he could say he's an all-star, but come on, he's not really. It's just because Bucks won so many games, they had to put another person in there. Houston, I really hope Portland pulls out the win against Denver, because Portland and Houston will be way more exciting than Denver and Houston. I really hope Portland wins. Houston is it can be boring at times. Houston can be boring at times, but they're really exciting when they're winning. But besides that, there's not much going on. Bleacher Report. We'll talk about this for a sec. Bleacher Report yesterday, or a day ago, released blockbuster NBA trades that should happen this offseason. I talked about this whole Ben Simmons trade thing, and I really hope it happens. That covers Anthony Davis. Boston gambles big is the first one. There's only 4. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, 2019 first-round pick, 2019 first-round pick via Clippers, and Boston gets Anthony Davis. That would make Kyrie stay, but I don't like that. I don't like that trade. I know it. I don't like them together. I don't know why. They just don't suit. You know what I mean? They don't suit each other. The next one is Utah spaces the floor. So Utah gets Kevin Love, and Cleveland gets Derek Favors, Dante Exum, 2019 first round pick, and the second rounder. That one, that one doesn't suit well. I don't think that's gonna happen. That could happen because what would Utah's starting lineup be? Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Drake Crowder, Kevin Love, and Rudy Gobert. That's a good starting lineup. Another one is helps on the way, Vic. Indiana gets Bradley Beal. Where are they going to play? One of them's going to have to play small forward. Yeah, Washington gets Domantas Sabonis, Aaron Holiday, Doug McDermott, and a 2020 first rounder. And then the fourth one, the last one, the other AD to LA option. Okay. Oh, the Clippers getting. Okay, I thought this was going to be Lakers. Clippers get Anthony Davis, and New Orleans gets Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Landry Shamet, and 2020 first round pick via Philadelphia, and a 2021 first round pick via Miami. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I reckon Anthony Davis could be traded for a lot more. I'm just saying Ben Simmons could go to what's it called? What's their faces? Pelicans. He could go to Pelicans, I'm telling you. Ben Simmons for Anthony Davis. And there was another one. I looked at this today. Bleacher Report released a top. It was like a top 10. It was all the lottery teams, and if they get the number one pick, who they should trade for the number one pick. That yeah, it was. It was good. I liked it. There was a lot of Ben Simmons in there, so I was happy. But yeah, another thing that happened yesterday, bro, they were down by 40 at one point. I didn't even know what was going on in that game. I was stunned. I was like, what is happening? Because that was ridiculous. I did not like that game. Yesterday was super boring day of basketball. Yeah, yesterday was horrible, absolutely horrible. Maybe Ben Simmons could go to Clippers though. I don't see Ben Simmons ever going to Lakers because of LeBron. I know they're great friends, but Ben Simmons and LeBron just doesn't blend well together one little bit. They just don't go together. I really hope Ben Simmons gets off Philadelphia. I can't express myself enough about that. Like, it is ridiculous. I hate him on the Philadelphia 76ers. I was watching our First Take, and Max Kellerman actually brought up a good point for once. He said that the 76ers doesn't blend well with Ben Simmons just because of the fact that they put a side-by-side of Giannis when he was like age 22 or something, and their stats were identical. They couldn't have been more identical. And then they put it the next season, which is this season, age 23, and Giannis was improved, and Ben Simmons' stats stayed the same. It's the situation that Ben Simmons is in that affects the way he plays. He could be really good, we never know, but I don't like Brett Brown as a coach. It's either they trade Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons, keep one, and I assume they're going to keep Joel Embiid. You have to keep Joel Embiid. He owns that city. Second rounders, I really hope Giannis wins with Milwaukee. I hope right now, if Philadelphia gets eliminated, I think that I would want Milwaukee to win the most by far. All the other teams, Denver also doesn't have a super team, but they're kind of boring. You know, you don't really want them to win. They're really boring. Denver versus Milwaukee is not a boring, like Denver. Surely Giannis would just score 50 points every game. Who is going to stop him? Nikola Jokic? Nikola Jokic and Giannis couldn't be more opposite. Giannis is so athletic and Nikola Jokic just isn't. Nikola Jokic is just a naturally skilled basketball player. They couldn't be more opposite. Again, I'll go to this Bleacher Report trade thing. It had a lot of Zion in it. They were trading him left, right, and center because, well, He's meant to be the first overall pick. I think if Phoenix gets the first overall pick, they'll take Ja Morant over him. The first one was New York, and they were trading for somebody. Can't remember who it was. It was somebody ridiculous. I just don't understand how they could. I don't understand how they could keep anyone. They got to trade somebody. I just don't think they can do. They can't keep both. There's no way they're going to keep. And again, they're not even going to keep both. They're not even going to keep both Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris. I think they should get rid of. They should definitely get rid of Tobias Harris. He just doesn't perform well in the playoffs. Not a good night of basketball. There were so many memes. I hate Drake so much. I'm just saying, I just hate Drake so much. Seriously. Oh, it's just... It's pretty funny, though, to be fair. That was pretty funny. And you'd see all the people in the background doing airplane celebrations. Do you guys remember... Oh, this is the funniest video I've ever seen. When Khabib versus McGregor in a couple months ago, and Drake was supporting McGregor the whole time and stuff, and it had that whole brawl thing. That was a whole bunch of mess. I don't want to get into that, but it was that whole brawl, and Drake. There was a video recorded of him going into Khabib's locker room, and he thought he was about to fight a UFC fighter, and he had like two other guys with him, and that was ridiculous. That was crazy. That was so stupid. That was the funniest video I've ever seen. I was laughing my head off. Like, what are you gonna do? Let's be real here. What is Drake gonna do to Khabib? Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if Philly came back from this Drake curse, to be honest with you. Drake's a cancer to teams. He really is. There was a meme where they keep photoshopping Drake onto jerseys. They keep photoshopping Drake with jerseys on, and they're saying like the only way teams that are down like 3-1 can win it's Drake wearing a jersey. He's just not good for teams. Canada in general. I like Canada as well. Canada used to be one of my favorite countries. When I used to support a lot of Canadian teams when it came to sports, like hockey and stuff. That's going to be it for this Zone Coverage podcast. This was last night again was super boring. I can't stress this enough. Last night was so boring. Tonight better be good, because tonight have got two great teams playing. Well, no, four great teams. Houston, Golden State, Milwaukee, and Boston. Hopefully Milwaukee can close it out tonight. Get as much rest against the Raptors as possible. But that's going to be it for this Zone Coverage podcast, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.